It's that time of week where we answer some of your health questions. Joining me now is the medical director of emergency medicine at Wellington Regional Medical Center, Dr. David Soria. So glad to have you here today.
Thank you.
Listen, I hate to ask you this because this probably applies to me. Not my question, though. Myth or fact, drinking water with lemon can prevent kidney stones?
Yeah,
Yay, nay?
Yeah, no, it actually does. What we treat chronic stones with is something called potassium citrate, and what lemons and limes and certain other fruits have in it is naturally occurring citrate. And certain studies in the past have shown that citrate in urine actually decreases calcium's ability to bind to other substances, like oxalate and certain other things that form stones. So it actually has been shown to decrease. But keep in mind, avoid the heavy sugar in that lemonade because that will contribute to stones. So, get used to the sour taste of the lemon.
Caveat. Actually, that wasn't my question. Here's my question, though, or at least one I want to know. A muscle strain or a sprain, how soon after can you start exercising again?
The real answer to that depends on the severity, right? So typically there's three phases. One is the acute phase, which we treat with rest, ice. You compress it and you elevate it, and then after about 48 to 72 hours, you can add some heat. Then, as the swelling and the pain starts to go down, you start to do your rehab, which is stretching exercises until the pain resolves and you get full range of motion of that joint back. And only then is when you start to resume full activity. And just to give you an idea, for a mild sprain, it could be 3 to 6 weeks.
Sure.
For a severe sprain, 8 to 12 months.
Okay, I'm working on it.
Take your time.
Working on it. All right, if you have a question for the doctor, you can send it in. Go to our website right now, WPTV.com. So easy to do. Click on the health link, scroll down. On the right-hand side, you'll see a form to write your questions. We've been getting some great ones lately. So, Doctor, I know you're happy to answer them for us. We'll see you back here next week, perhaps. And in the meantime, we're back after this.